Are you having trouble using the brand new Canva video editor and wants to learn more about it? Well, Canva just released a major update to the video editor that has all the features and capabilities we've been hoping for a long time. You now have an upgraded multi-track timeline, the ability to edit clips directly by trimming, splitting, and rearranging without having to switch back and forth between pages, customizable animated text, AI voiceover, and more. Well, in this video, we are taking a dive into Canva Video Editor and showing you all the amazing things that you can do with it, even if you're a beginner. Okay, so before we begin learning about Canva Video Editor, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to keep you with the skills and knowledge about using Canva. With that out of the way, let's jump right in. To get started with the new Canva Editor video, let's create a new project. I'll go with a YouTube landscape video. Once you click that, it will bring you to a blank canvas where you can add your own media or select from one of the Canva's pre-made templates. So, the biggest change here is that Canva Video 2.0 has shifted from a page-based tool to a full continuous timeline video editor that gives you more flexibility and control. Before, you had to edit in a page-based style. Now, you have all this nice multi-track timeline where you can layer your videos, audios, and graphics on separate tracks. Something to note is that you have your main track here. This is a thick track in the timeline with this plus button. This is all for your main videos, photos, and background clips. And the clips in this track will play one after the other with no gaps. You also have this upper track. This is what you'll use for layering text, graphics, and other visuals on top of your main video. At the bottom, you have the audio track. This is a separate track for music, sound effects, and any voiceovers that you add. So, how do I get my media on my main track? I'm gonna start that by either clicking the plus sign here, or I can go to my uploads, stock videos, or stock photos. For this video, I'm gonna choose a video from the Canva library by dragging and dropping videos that I want, and it's gonna add it to this main track here. So, if I want to layer any media on top of my main track, instead of just clicking on the media, I need to actually click, hold, and drag it to the upper track in the timeline. Now, before we get this clip edited how we want them, let's also add some text and elements to personalize this video even more. I can add the text by either clicking the T button and editing the text from here. Or I can go to the text button on the left hand side and select Add a Heading. In this case, let's type the text and then go to Animation and select Typewriter Animation. As you can see here at the bottom, it's add the text on the timeline on top of all my clips. So, if you want your text to end exactly when a clip ends and not spill into the next one, just drag the end of the layer until it snaps into the exact point. How do you trim your clips? Alright, let's now go to direct clipping editing. Canva has now built in many amazing tools that you can normally find in a professional editing software such as trim, split, and the ability to arrange clips around on the timeline freely. The trim tool has been removed. You can now trim clips directly into your timeline. Let's say I want it here in exactly 8 seconds. I'll hover over the clip and I can see a little arrow appear with a line there under the arrow that gives me the option to increase or decrease the length of the clip. So I'm gonna pull this in and slide it right here to where my playhead is, and it should snap right in with that line. Now I can hit the play button and see how my video is coming together with my text across the screen. Videos are layered and played on top of each other. So, how then do you split your clips? To do that, I'm going to move the playhead exactly where I want it because I want to split this video right down the middle. I can either click the S on my keyboard to immediately split it there, or I can select this button at the top that says split. One thing to note, if I press S to split while I clicked on the design itself and not on the timeline, Canva will add this sticky note. So if that happens, it just means you aren't selected on the timeline. Always remember, if you click anything from the Canva library, whether it's your own video, a sticker, or any element, it will appear starting exactly where your playhead is. So, if you want something to begin at the specific moment, move your playhead to the point first and then click the element. Now, you can see that my video is split here in two separate clips that I can drag and move around or delete. And if you find trouble in seeing what you're doing, you can always extend this up and down as you add more media. Or you can come here at the bottom where you see this slider bar here. Typically this zooms your project in and out. If I toggle this button over to zoom thumbnails, it's gonna zoom you into your timeline so you can see everything nice and clear. Another option you can do is simply go to position, then click on layers and choose the exact layer you want to work on. It will jump straight to that layer in the timeline and you can adjust it however you want it. How do you add audio onto your project? So I'm gonna click on the add audio button, and from here I can either select a track that Canva has in their library, record a voiceover, or I can generate an AI voice. I'm just going to add this selected track to my video here. You can also record a voiceover directly from the audio section and in the elements panel. See, when I click it, a recording window opens. Once I hit record, it will start recording from whenever my playhead is positioned on the timeline. You can choose the little microphone icon here to choose which microphone you want to use, and any audio you record through Canva will automatically be saved under the Uploads and Audio folder so you can access it anytime. How do you add your transitions? You can add your transition very easily by hovering between the two clips like this. Recently, people have a little bit of trouble finding this transition button, so if you're having trouble seeing it appear, you can also make sure that you are toggled on the zoom thumbnail and zoom in into your timeline, and that will just create a little bit more space there where hopefully that button will show up. So to add the transition, you click the add transition button here. Once I click that, I can select through the different transitions that I would like to use in my video. How do you add captions to your video? Alright, if you're planning to use Canva's video editor, there are two super useful things you should try. First, you can add captions to your videos. Let's go back to this video right here. If I want to add caption, I'll go to text, scroll down a bit and choose captions. Then I'll go ahead and select the video I want to generate caption for. I'll then click generate caption, and after it loads for a bit, I can see the caption that I added just like you see here. Remember, if you click the caption text, you'll notice it appears in the timeline. It is not something you can adjust in terms of timing. You can only click caption in the top bar and edit the actual text in the captions. Here, you can change the text, but you cannot move its timing, so it's a bit limited, but you can also change the style of the caption. You can adjust the text box, change the font, and play with effects. For instance, if I want a white background and black text, I can do that. Just play around with it and see what fits your edit. because once captions are added, any changes you make might mess up things a little. So finish your entire edit and only then generate captions. One more thing to know, you cannot generate captions for audio files. So if you recorded yourself and added an audio only file, you cannot create caption for it. Caption only works on actual video files. The last thing, you can record yourself and your screen directly into Canva. Under the Uploads tab, you will see Record Yourself button. You can choose whether you want to record a talking head video, meaning your camera appears in a little circle, or record your screen inside Canva while you talk through what you're doing. Alright, there you have the brand new Canva video editor tutorial for beginners in Canva. Now, if you have any question about Canva video editor, make sure you post those down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through the end. If you've got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel, and that way I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.